Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Daniel Berry Sports Highlight. Yo, yo, yo. How you doing? How you doing? My phone's going. Yep, yep. My phone's going crazy. Hey, Susie. Yep, okay. Sorry, my phone's probably going to be going off crazy. Hey, Miss Ann. Hey, Lindsay. Hey, Silver Swag. Lady 7 Up. I love you. I love all of you. Listen, I was so busy today, and I was in and out, and then somebody said, "Is Smile?" They messaged me. They said, "Smiley, are you going to grace us with your present?" I just really wasn't feeling it, but I'm like, I really am, and I was writing up some stuff, and I'm like, I'm going to, and I know you're not going to believe this. I'm gonna say hi to all of y'all in a minute. I know you're not going to believe this. I had it wrote probably in my notes in one of my phones. And the first thing I said, I know y'all don't want to talk about politics and this is not a page, yada, yada, yada. Let's see what I just said. Hold on. I wrote it because y'all know how I write sometimes. It's not on this one. It's probably on my other one. I'm going to tell y'all, you think I'm lying. Hold on, I'll tell you. I want to tell you how I wrote it. I said, so I hear Matthew McConaughey, as of a few hours ago, is still thinking about running for governor. He didn't say what party he is thinking about. And I said, I hear he was in a room full of governors Friday night. And I said, or Friday, whatever, because I don't even know. I haven't been keeping up with all that, right? I said, but I'm not here to talk about politics, just news, what's going on around the world, yada, 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 because, I'm writing it from my head and here and there, and I said, my channel's entirely, and let me go ahead and put this out. I said, my channel's entirely opinions, stories, thoughts, entertainments, the news, facts when we can report it. And he is good looking, isn't he, Miss Ann? He is. And I said, but we put them out. And I said, and if I make a mistake, then I go back and I try to correct it. In fact, I had to do that today. I said, we come here sometimes just to chat. Some people don't have nowhere to go. Sometimes they like to chat. Anyway, I didn't realize. I must have jinxed myself. I did not realize. And then my friend said, are you going to go live today? And I'm like, you're going to grace us with your presence. That's what she said. And I said, yeah, I think I will. And I was writing up on a story. And then it come across Trump had been shot. I was like, what? And I was debating on whether to go on or not. I've been sitting here watching JLR, honestly. And then all the stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't not. But anyway, I'm like, what? So we're going to talk about it. Y'all can talk to each other. You can listen, not. But man, this shouldn't be done to nobody. I don't care what side you're on, what opinion you're on, what decision you want to make. It's not about that, man. This is like crazy. Anyway, I don't know if it's fact or not, but I hear 2 people's dead and I don't really know what's going on, but we're going to figure this out. So let me just go ahead and say hi. Hi, everybody, if I missed you, but no. Lindsay, I said, Miss Ann, I love you. I hope you're doing good. Lady 7 Up, Silver Swag. Woo! Feel the love, Nano. Absolutely. Nurse Sandy. Dispatch Crystal. Faculty, let's see what you said. Sadly, I can't even get it out today. Sadly, Trump has expressed violent rhetoric over and over again. He has claimed he could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and get away with it. And now this. Well, that's your opinion. I mean, hey, we're going to be nice today. That's just your opinion, so you can have it. Miss Scat Cat, hello, Lucy. Yes, and he got shot. Or did you not see the picture, honey? Let's see. Oh my God, yes, in Pennsylvania. Look, Look. And he got back up. He was rushed off stage. He was rushed off stage. It was wild. We're going to.
Just a reminder to our viewers here, if you are just joining us and you're seeing this video play out, all of this happening at a rally for former President Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania. Right. This is the moment the chaos played out. Witnesses describe loud popping sounds, and this is that moment when the former president reaches for his ear. People in the crowd start to duck. The Secret Service pounces on the former president, shielding him with their bodies, essentially, in case anything, projectile could hit the former president. At this point, they finally get him to his feet. They bring him off the stage. It's still unclear exactly what those popping sounds were. We don't have any confirmation specifically what happened. We're waiting on that. In the meantime, we did get these photographs of the former president holding his right ear and what appeared to be blood trickling down his face. Again, not clear. That's the photograph. Not clear if that's from the incident itself or afterwards as the Secret Service tried to rush him off the stage. We're still waiting to get more information, but still.
So when he got up, he was still, and if you go back and look and go back, it's, he was still, he said you had to move it in a frame. It was like fight. Unfortunately, they said that the shooter was down. I don't know if they got the right person or not, to be honest. Hey, Lucy Cat and everybody. I'm sorry I didn't keep going, but anybody I didn't say hi to, the Black Widow channel. Yeah, there are 2 people dead. Now, do you know, do they have the right person? Because they're saying this Mark Violets person, Violets with an S, is the one who shot. And this is the one JLR had. And I had to stop it. He is saying something, but he's talking in a language that even JLR don't understand. Here, and I'm going to play this for you. Hold on. It'll take it a minute. Hold on. And if any of my mods are in here, drop JLR. If his channel link, fair use, I know. I'm just going to play a piece of it for a minute.
It says 6:52 p.m., right? So this is after the shooting. The shooting happened. Well, I don't know. I don't know what time the shooting happened, but see what this says. This has just been brought to my attention.
I don't think we can understand.
Passa montagna, occhiali neri e dammi soldi, cioè così è. Rapire a mano armata.
What does that mean? Can anyone translate that? Can anyone translate that? Is he saying that I'm not the guy? Can anyone translate that? Thank you. Thank you, Susan.
Montagna, occhiali neri e dammi soldi, cioè così è. Rapire a mano armata, che è?
Yeah, he sounds Italian.
Yeah, people are saying he sounds Italian, but if you go to his face or go to his Twitter account, this is very, very strange because he's making a series. He's making a series of posts here, but his face is being circulated everywhere, folks. That's what I'm saying. We never said this guy's the shooter. We're saying that this guy's face is being circulated everywhere, and that's another concern too, folks, too, because it's kind of like
the see. For some reason, I don't know if Twitter's put out that, or X has put out that he's the shooter or not, or I don't know if he got from point A to point B. I don't know what's going on with this guy right here. He has no Facebook that even JLR can find. And now he's talking I don't know Russian. I don't want to make an assumption. I don't know. I only speak English, so I don't know. And now he's come out because it was even on Fox News. So now he's come out and he's saying whatever. Maybe he's wherever he's at. So do they have the right guy and he got away? And did they off the wrong person. I don't know, but 2 people is now dead. 2 people at that rally is now dead. I don't care whose side you're on, how you vote, what beliefs you believe. This is wrong in all aspects to do to anybody. And this is what I'm talking about as well with the bullying. You got followers and idiots. People don't know when people go out to stores or wherever, and this could happen to anybody. And it's happened to our ex-president, Trump, who's running for president again. Why? Hey, H. Davis. I don't know. He's at they rushed him off to the hospital. Rapper. And I know he's at the hospital and his ear's bleeding and the side of his face. And they got him up on his feet and rushed him out. Absolutely. Absolutely. Why is this happening? Yeah, he was basically grazed, but it could have put his eye out. I mean, it could have went a whole different way. He was hit. And they do know now than what I played earlier. They do know now it was bullets. There was 2 people, Jeanette, now that's unalive. Thank you, Anne. I love you too. I hope you're feeling good today. Hey, everybody that's coming in. Thank you, Victoria. Hello, Princess. Common Sense. Hello, hello, hello. This world has absolutely gone crazy. Hey, Janice. He sure wanted his shoes. I agree. He wanted her, but Robert Kennedy did not get us lucky. Exactly. So is this something like, that, and they wanted fame? I mean, I don't know. Did they want fame? I don't know. Hey, Millie. So are they sure Reality wins that they got the proper shooter? Because I'm getting different things that they're not sure that was the correct one. I don't know. This is like so weird. And this was in a crowd of so many people. Hey, Tennessee Volunteer. Hello, welcome. Okay, so let's see all right. Apparently, Butler County DA has confirmed shooter is dead, 1 speculator is dead, and 1 speculator is injured. That is so horrible. None of this had to happen. None of this had to happen. Oh, man. I'm reading y'all's comments. Sorry. Hey, not crazy, but crazy lady. Yeah, I was. I'm sorry. I was. And today's my son's birthday, my oldest son. And I noticed Justin's birthday was today too. So when I got home, I've been out all day pretty much. And I seen Clutched and Pearls was on. So I stopped in there for a brief second. I'm like, I got to take a shower, but I see your birthday's today. So happy birthday. I wanted to stop in and tell him happy birthday. I don't even know if he saw it or not. And I'm going to make him a little video like I did Auntie Sherry last night. I was trying to find some pictures and do a little bit of research on a case. And I had to go take a shower. And I was just getting done with a couple of pictures. And this popped up. And I was like, I honestly cannot believe this is happening, Hey, Rhonda Moon. So it is just unbelievable. It's crazy. Miss Millie, I need to dress up my cursey words. Don't forget, he got his shoes. Smiley, in my opinion, I think this has made an impact on the nation, our world. Like you said, we don't need to be on either side, but it made a great impact. That's right. Just do the right thing. It ain't, anymore. I don't even think it should be about one or the other. It should just be about what's right. I honestly don't. I told somebody the other day, about a week ago, I'm like, because growing up, you didn't really supposed to tell anybody what you voted for, and when you was a kid, you got to go with your mom or dad or grandma or aunt or uncle, and you go in, you learn to vote or push the buttons or whatever you did back then. And they didn't, don't tell what we voted for. And it's a damn big secret. But anyway, just teach you how to do stuff and all that. And it's something you just didn't really talk about. But growing up, you was just either always usually Democrat or that's the way we grew up. And then, not that we cared either way as kids, to be honest. But, and then as you got older, you choose your own self or whatever. And then I just told somebody the other day, I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I go for what's right. I don't really care. And whatever's on mine, I need to go change it because right is right, period. This whole world is nuts. And stuff like this will just get you unalive anyway. People are cray-cray, period. Oh, Justin's is Monday. Oh, was he just celebrating early or something? Oh, thank you, Millie. I'll call him. He's the one that lives in Tennessee, so I'll call him today and tell him. People's telling him happy birthday. Yeah. It was funny because he's like, I called him and he missed my call, and then he was sleeping, so he called me back, and he was telling me like his wife was making him 2 different pies he wanted, and that I used to make for him. Like one is buttermilk and one is fudge, and he was telling me about that and stuff, and what all they were going to do today and stuff. I said, don't get to celebrating too much. And I said, your birthday is actually not until 6:33 p.m. today. And I could hear her in the background. She started laughing. She's like, what? He's like, oh, my mom's just telling me I'm really not this old until about 6 more hours and 33 minutes. I said, but about this time, I was having a lot of labor pains with you, didn't have any medicine, no anesthesia, no nothing. You're the one I was going to be all natural with. Hey, Beth Ann. Somebody took a shot at President or ex-President Trump, Beth Ann. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, everything is in your opinion here. And, again, until they really come out with any facts. Hey, Ginger Snap. I was seeing video in 3. In China, allegedly broke loose today. It is true. That's going to set off a significant chain of war. I know. And everything is, listen. And again, I wasn't even going to say a word on this. But look, we're already in a mess. Even Everybody knows it. And I'm sorry. Again, it's not his fault, bless his heart, but Jesus Christ, the other night after, I mean, I didn't even watch it, but then when you get, I'm just going to bring it up. When you get, hell, it's my channel. I can do what I want to do, you know. And if they don't like it, unsub. They're unsubbing left and right anyway. Unsub. I don't care. All y'all morons, go ahead and unsub that don't want to be here. Why are you keep staying here? I don't care. You know? Not y'all. I know who's here to be here. Jesus. But the ones that just want to be in here to cause problems, go ahead and unsub. Listen. When you get somebody up there that is literally introducing Putin standing right here, and it's not Putin, that's very dangerous. Again, not his fault. And when you got somebody calling Trump his vice president, it's a big problem. And it's sad. It's sad. But we got people whether you agree or disagree with Trump, trying to take Trump out. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. We don't know what's going to happen between now and 4 or 5 months from now. But to try to take a life and end up getting 2 lives gone, now that don't make a whole lot of common sense, does it? I mean, does it? If you can make that make sense, just tell me. Sounds a little bit like these streets to me. It makes no sense. And anybody that thinks it does should really be ashamed of theirselves and don't belong in America, honestly. And that is my opinion. That is my opinion. I'm just saying. Take it or leave it. I don't care. Okay, Anne, I hope you feel better and enjoy your company. Hold on, I'm a little bit behind on this. It is very cruel, people in this world. Very cruel. All right, hold on. I'm going to try to see what is going on Fox right now. I don't know. Let me see if I can share it. Okay, I hope this is it. I think this is it. Hold on. This does this to me every time. What?
The amount of concern here going forward. And I can tell you with the Attorney General and the FBI director, but the Attorney General in recent weeks has been openly concerned, telling the staff about his fears about this spike in threats aimed at political
See where he's
figures in this
bleeding?
country. That, along with the ongoing war in Israel, the resurgence of ISIS, and basically a lot of sources have been telling me their hair has basically been on fire because, as the FBI director said, he's never seen a situation where virtually every threat zone is elevated. And right now, because this is, has the potential of being an assassination plot, we don't know the details of that yet. That's not officially confirmed, but I can tell you that it will be looked at in that way. This is only going to increase the concerns that we're in this very sinister and concerning moment that law enforcement is going to have to factor in going forward. I think every rally that the President Biden, President Trump does going forward is going to have to be reassessed in terms of the level of security that is provided with.
Pierre Thomas, thank you. I do want to bring in Aaron Katursky, our senior investigative correspondent, who's also been talking to law enforcement sources on this. And Aaron, a big part of the conversation in the last half hour or so, since we've been getting more information, is whether or not this was some kind of assassination attempt. What are you learning from your sources?
While it's certainly not being confirmed as such yet, I can tell you that officials who've been briefed on the situation in Pennsylvania are telling us here that they are investigating this now as a possible assassination attempt. The sources told ABC News live rounds were apparently fired from outside the security perimeter, which may help explain some of the dynamics at
How
play
did they
here.
even get a firearm in there?
Magnetometers were in place for the event, but it's believed one of the angles of investigation now is that live rounds were possibly fired from outside the security perimeter. And that's where the investigation stands at the moment.
And Aaron, you have also been to a lot of these different events, not just various political events from former President Trump, but also his court hearings in New York and the security measures that have been in place at each and every one of them. Talk more about the typical response and how law enforcement would prepare for an event like this.
The planning for these events is always.
When you realize bloating and discomfort don't have to be routine, everything changes. Try Rise Mushroom Coffee with 6 functional mushrooms that heal your gut.
Will be speaking. And again, he did put out a statement.
On a roof across the street? Oh, wow.
Stand by.
And then I would assume, Tara, that President Biden would have increased security. There would be a heightened presence of Secret Service agents protecting him at this hour, since we still don't know who is responsible for the loud bangs that happened at former President Trump's rally. I did see in the shot that we had just moments ago, it keeps going in and out, but there are clearly a number.
No, you won't be getting in the
there's a number
fairground.
of Secret Service agents standing by, especially
he's getting
today
ready to talk
after
now?
this attempted assassination of former President Trump.
Can't wait to see
And
that.
President Biden, I'm sure, is going to reiterate what he has said in his statement. We've been seeing other
I hope they give him some
or
teleprompters. I'm just
posts on
saying.
X, waiting for other members of Congress and senators
I ain't trying to be mean.
react to this. Of course,
I just think
everybody
this
is
is
waiting
too
to learn more,
important
like who was
to
this
see
person?
above.
Why did they do it? How were they able to do this?
Hey, Cotton Candy.
Because there are so many Secret Service agents standing by at the entrance of any sort of rally.
Thank you, Lucy.
How did this person get through security with whatever type of weapon they had? So a lot of questions we are waiting to get answered here at this hour.
I want to just one more time. People who are just finding out this information tonight and perhaps just finding out
Y'all
our
drop
live
their
stream,
link
it has
and
been
put up a fair
categorized
use.
as an assassination attempt on Donald
Please.
Trump at a rally tonight in Pennsylvania. Gunshots heard at the rally. We don't know shots heard at the rally. We're still trying to specify exactly how the former president was injured tonight. President Joe Biden
I do
moments
too,
away from
Stephanie.
speaking. 2 people dead as of now.
He probably won't
shooter,
remember.
according to multiple
He'll probably
reports, as
deny
well
it.
as an attendee. We
If
haven't
he's
even
smart,
talked
he would
really
deny
about
it.
the attendee.
No.
Somebody else who is not categorized as the shooter has been killed at the event. We do not know exactly who that person is. We're waiting for all of this information to come out in an official capacity. Probably not going to get too much official information from this presidential address. We'll probably get that more in the hours ahead as various reports come out across the country. But again, President Biden set to speak here momentarily. We have multiple feeds here into the stream center to be able to take it for you live. In fact, let's go live to the podium here. And Tara, how challenging is this for Biden to tackle as far as addressing the nation on a matter of political violence? And really the subject of that political violence is the person who opposes him for the next 4
Thank you,
years.
C-Star.
I think that the reason that Joe Biden, regardless of his issues in the polls, is beloved by Americans is because he knows how to handle these kind of situations with grace. And I think that it will not be difficult for him to separate the campaign from the fact that political or any other violence.
Here he comes. Let's listen in.
I see that.
By all the agencies in the federal government in this situation, based on what we know now. I have tried to get a hold of Donald. He's with his doctors. They apparently he's doing well. I plan on talking to them shortly. I hope when I get back to the telephone. Look, there's no place in America for this kind of violence. It's sick. It's sick. It's one of the reasons why we have to unite this country. We cannot allow for this to be happening. We cannot be like this. We cannot condone this. And so I want to thank the Secret Service and all the agencies, including the state agencies, that have been engaged in making sure that people and we have more detail to come relative to other people maybe injured in the audience. I don't have all that detail. We'll make that available to you. I may be able to come back a little later tonight, but we'll put out a statement if I'm not able to if it's not convenient for you all. But the bottom line is that the Trump rally was a rally that he should have been able to be conducted peacefully without any problem. But the idea that there's political violence or violence in America like this is just unheard of. It's just not appropriate. Everybody must condemn it. Everybody. I'll keep you informed, and if I'm able to speak to Donald, I'll let you know that as well. So far, it appears he's doing well, number one. Number two, that they're thoroughly investigating what happened to anyone else in the audience. We have some reports, but not final reports. And every agency in the federal government, I'm going back to my phone to speak with the federal agencies that are being put together again to give me an updated briefing. Has anything happened? They learned any more in the last couple hours. So thank you very much, and I hope I get to speak to them tonight, and I'll get back to you if I do. Okay?
Mr. President, do you think this was an assassination attempt?
I don't know enough to. I have an opinion, but I don't have any facts. So I want to make sure we have all the facts before I make any more comments. Thank you.
Are you worried, President, with the security failing as president?
Breaking news from the stream
What do y'all
center.
think about that?
Here's JB Buno.
He got out of there real quick, didn't he?
President Biden saying that he hopes to speak to former President Donald Trump, the man who opposes him in the race
Hey, Lisa.
for president this year. Live reaction coming up here from the stream center, as
Yes,
well
I will
as
see their
updates
reaction.
as they come in. Tara, I'm going right to you. Your reaction here and a bit of some decorum here as far as Joe Biden saying that he hopes to speak to Donald Trump at some point. I don't know if it's going to be in the hours ahead or in the days ahead, but clearly, if anything can be agreed upon here between these two candidates, is that there's no room for any political violence in this country.
I think Joe Biden is taking a page from George Washington, who in his last farewell address said to the country over party. And I think that's what we just saw Joe Biden do. He put aside the campaign and said, listen, violence is not acceptable. this kind of temperature needs to be reduced, and we need to be able to care for one another, even if we have policy disagreements. I think that's why America still is holding on to his campaign. But all things aside, I think Joe Biden showed the same concern that every one of us, whether you're Republican or Democrat, has for the former president, that his safety and his well-being is preserved,
Yes,
and that we
which
find out about the
that's what they're
perpetrator, and
saying.
of course find out about the attendee at the rally who passed, and can offer our condolences and support to that family. And I think that Joe Biden always handles these kind of terrible moments with the kind of grace that every one of us in America wants to have, which is with grace and dignity. And I only hope that that can continue into our democracy and our democratic process, so that no matter what our differences, we can get to a place of an election that's without violence.
I'm here with WFLA political anchor Ty Russell here in the Stream Center, and I want to point out to our audience that we are here to bring you live feeds as they come in, feeds from the hospital, feeds from where the rally took place tonight. There are going to be live interviews taking place with Americans that we hope to go to at some point. Tap of the touchscreen, we're able to go to that, bring you, of course, to various locations across the country as we continue to, again, report on an assassination attempt on Donald Trump. What I'd
Any
like
of
to
those
do
people,
now,
all
Ty,
of
I'm going
them
to
could
give
have
you an
been.
opportunity to jump in here. But then what I want to do is I want to watch this video a little bit more closely and go frame by frame. But anything to note that you're monitoring in the last several minutes since I last checked in with you?
Yeah, so many senators and members of Congress have been saying that they are praying for former President Trump. They are praying for his family. They are hoping that he recovers. I've been talking to people who have already left to the RNC convention. Most people plan to arrive tomorrow. Right now, it is pretty quiet. Security, of course, has been tight, which is expected at the RNC convention, even though it has not started yet. But people are on edge, and understandably so. And right now, they're just hoping that
Hey,
the former
Andy.
president is safe. They hope that he recovers. And again, we have to understand, I guess, who this person is, where they got this sort of weapon from, what actually injured former President Trump's face when we saw that blood going down his face there.
I love Miss
And then it
Grace.
was interesting that President Biden was asked, Tara, whether he thought that this was an attempted assassination, but he says he doesn't have all the facts, which is this is a fluid situation. I mean, right now, where that rally is located, that's a crime scene right now. And so,
It is.
yeah.
It is.
And
Yes.
so
And
how should President Biden handle this moving forward?
well, I think Biden is handling it the way every American should, which is there's a lot of questions. We don't exactly know what happened. We don't know exactly how President Trump was injured, and we don't know the why, the intent, the who. All of those things are yet to be discovered and shared with us. And so we have to do what JB offered us at the beginning of this discussion, which is let's wait and see and get our facts straight. Democracy depends on us having the right information, so
Yeah,
we don't
Mark.
cull
Yeah, that was
a
his.
community of violence,
Yeah,
because
but that
that's what
video
might
is
have
he
gotten us
still?
here. So
See,
let's do
some
our
people saying,
good due
is he
diligence
still alive?
as people
Because
that are
what's that
watching, and let's help
video
our neighbors do
that
the same, which is ask the tough questions and be
where I
patient to
just
find
showed y'all
the
he's
real answers.
talking?
And I think Joe Biden
He's
modeled for every
he's showing
American
that he's
tonight,
somewhere
hey,
else.
let's
Is
wait and
that
see what
what
the
is
real
Twitter putting
deal
out?
is. And violence is never acceptable, but let's not, have a whisper campaign of how and what until we have the
I'm
facts.
confused
What I'd like
about
to do
him.
now, yeah, and I concur with what Tara is saying here. We are going to, of course,
Hold
make
on for a
sure that
minute.
we are vetting our information and we're also attributing appropriately, making sure that if we have information here on stream, that we're letting you know exactly where it is coming from. That's something that gets lost a lot today on the internet, and so we're going to very, very, very very, very deliberately tell you exactly where the information is coming from when we report it. What I'd
Confusing.
like to do now is I'd like to actually take you through this video.
That's who they're saying shot him, though,
Ty,
and
Tara,
that's coming
I'd like
from
for you guys
Twitter.
to feel like you can hop in at any moment here, because we're going to play this not frame by frame, but almost second by second. So I'm going to hit the touch screen here, and what I want to do, I'm actually just going to take away the banner, start from the beginning. Let's bring up audio.
Really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Let's just kind of watch this. Okay, let's pause right here. Donald Trump is looking to his right, and interestingly, that is where all the commotion will be coming from in just a few seconds. All of the activity as far as this assassination attempt, as it's been reported, is coming from the left side of your screen, or where Donald Trump is currently looking. So let's play this here and continue on.
Somebody said he left a
Right there,
manifesto,
he
but I don't
grabs
know.
His
ear and immediately ducks. Now, just kind of look at some of the faces here on your screen. There's the gentleman there over his right shoulder, clearly seeing that something has gone wrong. There's everybody else, I think, mostly on the screen so far.
Andy,
doesn't
was
know what has happened.
that
This
was
is
that the
literally
Mark
the second
or the
that
Mark
Trump,
violence
went
guy?
down.
Then you're right.
Is
Clearly,
that's
there
what
was
we're trying
something
to figure
going
out.
on that even caught the former president's eye,
Do
where
you
he was
know?
looking, and then he heard a pop, and then another pop grabbed his ear, and then now the president ducks.
Or was that a different one?
And
Because
it's
there was
interesting.
two, right?
Is Donald Trump going down because of the injury, or is he going down to
protect his life,
protect himself?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, and guys, we got to remember, we don't know if he was hit by a gun, a BB gun, or glass. I mean, there are some people still trying to discern
Right,
whether
okay,
he
that's
was
what.
actually.
All right,
It
okay,
was
Lindsay. So that
something that
is
hit
right.
the teleprompter,
He
and the
made a
teleprompter,
video on
is
YouTube
what
before
actually
the
caused
shooting.
the
Andy, do
injury.
you have
And
that
Tara,
link,
many
or
people
did
don't
they
know.
take that down?
Usually, when former President
we
Trump
can't
is
find
talking, or
it.
even President Biden is talking, there are these stands next
Oh,
to
from
them
what you
with
heard,
these
okay. I
clear
believe they shut that
monitors,
down.
but those are actually teleprompters. The
Okay.
audience can't see really that
Right.
the
And
former
the other
president
was
is
the
reading from something. But
innocent
yeah, there are two
bystander,
teleprompters usually
because there's two
next to the
dead.
podium, one on the right, one on the left, and typically there's one in the middle somewhere, probably where the press would be standing, one far away.
Yeah,
So
they're
he can
saying
look,
like he
to
left a
the front. You can
manifesto.
look to the right, look to the left, as if you're looking at the crowd, but you're reading from the
That must
teleprompter.
have
But it's
been what
interesting
he
here
was
because
speaking a
former
while
President
ago,
Trump
but we couldn't
looked
understand what he was
so to the
saying
right, and so it
because
seemed
he's
to be like
talking.
some sort of commotion.
But you know
ALR
what's
had
interesting
it.
here is that in this moment, and
Yeah, they
I'm
took
trying to
it
go back
down.
a couple.
Okay.
Let's go back 2 seconds. Okay, watch here. There's some folks who look here to the right. See the lady with the sign that says "Joe Biden, you're fired." She looks, and then another person looks to their right. The lady in the blue hat looks to her right as well. Something draws and look. You see a couple people there in the top right. Even before Donald Trump grabs his
Any of them could have got hit.
a bunch of people on screen are looking off in that direction. So not sure what that commotion was, what people saw, but then right there, okay, everybody goes down. And then I think it's 4, maybe 5, Tara, as far as how many Secret Service personnel jump in, but it's almost immediate. The podium there takes a tumble, but I mean, they're all basically creating this protective cocoon over the 45th president.
They are, and I think that we can do nothing but applaud their efficiency and skill. But the part of this that's confusing is that live mic, and I think we really just need to hear the real story, because it's hard to understand with this kind
I
of
believe that's the
horrific
one
injury,
JLR's got on
how
his
the
page.
president then is able to
He's
rise
speaking
up
in some kind of.
and use his
It's not Spanish. I don't know what kind of
enthusiasm
language
to put a
he's
fist
speaking
in
in.
the
They'll
air.
figure it out
And
though,
it's
and put it
curious
out. I'm
because
sure
you would think that he'd be cocooned all the way to his vehicle. And so that's what's making this so remarkable. Like, we just don't know enough about the Secret Service protocols. We know that they
find
were
that
quick
interview
to
with
the
that
protection,
guy did
but
earlier.
it's all just so curious of how, even with his injury, the audience, no matter how upset that they look behind the podium right now that we're watching, that they then brought on the USA chant. This is just, I think, a new kind of political order that I think we're all trying to understand. And this assassination attempt, if that turns out to be what it is, we know that Joe Biden didn't call it that, but we know the Secret Service are offering that. If that indeed is what this is, then this is a very curious audience response, as well as a Secret Service response, because generally speaking, the president or any other important official would be completely shielded. And so that's what's so, it's never been seen. Like you said, this is undiscovered territory, and politics and political violence like this has not been done in our time.
Okay, so let's go through this again. We're going to try to pause this here and just kind of do a little bit of some commentary here to describe what we're seeing. He grabs his ear. He goes down. Everybody else goes down. 1, 2, 3 Secret Service personnel all jump in. A fourth right there. Okay, now the podium gets kicked off. You see in the bottom left a photographer looks off in that direction. Everybody in the top section of your screen going down. Cover. So we continue. Okay, so now watch here on the staircases on the left and the right. 1, 2, 3. No, it's 2 there, and then perhaps a third from the back of the actual stage itself are jumping up there. Now all the commotion is paid towards the opposite side. Everyone is now looking on that side of the rally. And again, not entirely sure what is going on there. It's a bit out of frame, and I'm sure that there will be videos. They're probably already circulating on social media, but videos showing different angles of this. Another Secret Service member coming up on stage, checking on the condition of Donald Trump. They are communicating, talking about moving. And then you see some Secret Service members, the counter action unit, I think that they are called. They are in tactical gear with rifles, of course, helmets as well, protective gear. And they are coming in from, again, the opposite side of the stage and looking off on that side of the stage. Perhaps because, and I don't want to speculate too much, but perhaps because there's a lot of activity on the other side of the stage that we cannot see in this frame presently. But we'll continue to play this out. Then that Secret Service member in the tactical gear is then now on the opposite side of the stage, looking out on the original side of where all the attention was being paid. A lot of communication going on here, a lot of shouting. And in a moment, we're going to play this back with full audio because we already did that earlier on in the stream. Okay, now it's about moving the former president, getting him up. You can see that he's clearly a bit disheveled.
And it's interesting to see the audience still just standing there, even after all of this
and then
commotion.
there's the fist. And I can't. So I'm trying to read lips. Is he saying fight?
He's saying,
it's
and
fight.
you can actually, and when the audio is on, JB, you can hear him say fight, fight, fight. And just as a side note, although not confirmed, 3 law enforcement sources have said that the shooter was located outside of the venue. And so that it's very possible that it was not, there's been a lot of discussion about, hey, how did someone get inside that rally with a firearm? Well, that doesn't even seem to be the case. It looks like it was on a roof of a venue that was adjacent to the rally and possibly even a sniper. But again, conjecture until confirmed. We have to be careful and wait to see those facts being confirmed. But that's being discussed by the DA, the Butler County DA, which is the county that this rally was held in.
Okay, so now let's play it back. Ty,
yes,
I've been told that you're needed in the newsroom. So Tara, it's you and I. And Tara, if you have to hop off stream, I totally understand. You let me know if you have to hop off.
I'll stay with you for a little bit longer.
All right, you got it. Let's continue to just examine this video, and I'm going to pay attention to the Facebook Live and YouTube Live comment section
they're
too,
not
because
sure, but they said
there's a
it
lot
could
going
be.
on in
They're
this
not
video.
sure.
But let's
A
play
couple
this
of
again.
months old, and if you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Move his spare. Hold. When you're ready. On you. Ready. Move. Up. Move. Go.
Hawkeye's here.
Hawkeye's here. Move it to the spare.
Spare, get ready. Spare, get ready.
You ready? Are we good? Shooter's down. Are we good to move?
Clear.
Let's move. Let's move.
We're clear.
Come on. Let me get my shoes. Got you, sir. I got you, sir.
Let me get my shoes.
Hold on, your head, buddy. So we gotta move to the bus. Move to the bus.
Let me get my shoes.
Watch out.
He's saying fight. Yeah, Courtney, he got nipped in the ear. I don't know. He's at the hospital now, but at least he was able to walk off. It could have been worse.
Tara, what would you want to hop in with there? Yeah.
You know, it's just it's horrific to watch anyone be at the mercy of violence. But what's so difficult is how this all unfolded on a live mic. And I think we're going to spend the next couple of days really parsing out what's the procedure, what was going through the president's mind, and what really happened. To not to have the ability to put a raised fist in the air and call out fight is difficult to watch after violence, after political violence. And so I think we have to reconcile the environment that we're living in and really call for, rather than fight, peace. And that's what I think. I'm hoping that all of our neighbors and our viewers are watching, is they're thinking this is horrific. And although we don't want violence to happen to anyone, perhaps peace is what we should be really looking for, not necessarily more fight.
Could it be just fighting for your right to exercise your political beliefs peacefully? You know what I mean?
I do, and I'm not disparaging any of this. I'm saying, as an American, I'm hoping that we can find peace, all of us, and that this is a wake-up call, just like January 6th was a wake-up call to say we've got to find a bridge. We got to stop the violence. Donald Trump, there's no room for violence against Donald Trump, just as there's no room for violence against Joe Biden. And that hopefully that this kind of horrific event can be a bridge builder rather than cure more fighting, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, this has got to
so
stop.
let's just quickly show you some feeds.
He
here,
does,
everybody.
Stevie.
I'm
He
going to
meant
read
fight
exactly
for the
where
country.
these
And
new
I
feeds are coming
honestly,
from. This is from Allegheny General Hospital, where there's considerable law enforcement presence.
I believe he
We
would
do not
spend
know
his
what is
last
going on
dying
inside the
breath
hospital.
to
As a
fight for this
reminder,
country.
the
I
former
honestly
president was
do.
taken to a local
That's
medical
just me.
facility of some
I said
kind.
it.
We do not know exactly where he is, where he's being treated, or whether or not
Anybody
he has
who
been
can be
released
shot
yet. Donald Trump Jr.
and
has
stand
said,
up
according to the
and do
Associated Press,
that,
has
you know,
spoke to his
he
father,
don't
who is said
want
to
you
be
to give
in good
up.
spirits. So
That's
we do not
just
know
my
if he is
opinion.
still being treated or has been
Exactly.
released from,
That's what I was saying
from
earlier
a
before you
medical
come in here.
evaluation. We also have a law
I don't
enforcement
care
presence
who
as
you
well
vote for.
here at
I don't
Butler
care what
Memorial
your opinions
Hospital.
are. I don't care what
There you
your
can see a state
beliefs are.
trooper's vehicle. Now, again, a lot of focus, of course, is
Right
going to
is
be
right.
on Donald Trump.
You can
But as a
disagree
reminder,
or
there's the possibility of those who
agree.
might have
It
been
don't matter
injured
to
at the
me.
event as well. We have two
But
fatalities,
this
one being the
is
shooter and one
uncalled
being the
for.
attendee. We do not know the identity of the shooter. We do not know the identity
And I
of
would
the
say the
attendee.
same
And we do
thing
not
if it
know
was
exactly
Biden.
if there are injuries
I
and
would
how
say
many
the
there
same
are. We hope to
thing
get an
if
update
it
on
was the
that
vice
soon.
president.
I think it's just, again, a developing story.
Period.
So still a lot to be processed here. What
It's
I'd
wrong.
like to do now is start to get some questions and comments loaded up from the comment section. And if you've been with us here on stream before, you might know how this works. You can use #KJB. That's the name of the live stream. If you use #KJB
fine,
with your
hon. I think
comment,
he's probably
we can
doing some
feature your
stuff.
comments. But as I
Okay, Sarah.
should preface
Hope you're okay.
this by saying very, very specifically that we are only going to put up comments that are asking a question.
Yes, we're all humans at
so,
the end of the day.
Mentioning
All
where
of
certain
us.
information is coming from. We have to be extremely responsible
And
here with
that's
the information
right.
that goes on
Violence
screen.
is
It's an
violence.
extension, of
And
course,
that's why I
of our
don't
news
like
coverage. So we
this
can't put up
bullying
any accusatory
and all
statements.
this
We can't put up
bullshit on these
anything that
YouTube
blasts
streets.
one side or the other, or this
Nobody may
person or
not
that
be
person. We're trying to stay
president, and
as
nobody
objective
may
here as
not be
possible.
in
So
power
use
and all that
hashtag
stuff.
KJB. We can feature your
This is
comment.
the
Yeah, Tara.
prime
I'm going to stay with you
example
for
that
one more
I've been
question.
preaching.
Okay, you got it. Carlina Love
Because
says hashtag
when you
KJB.
get
Why
these
wasn't the surrounding
so-called
buildings
people who
outside
thinks
of the
they're
rally not checked
gods
and
on the
secured with
YouTube
the Secret
streets,
Service on
and
the
people
roofs?
start
And we
following
don't know that they
them
weren't,
like they're
Tara.
David
I mean,
Koresh or
usually,
somebody,
and I
and
know
they start
because
believing
I've
their
covered political
bullshit
rallies in the past. I've covered presidential rallies in the past.
and
And
their
the amount
fakery and their
of work
lies,
that goes in hours
and they keep
and
on
days
harassing and all their
beforehand to check
bullshit.
all of
And
the
then
surrounding
you got
area to
people
make
all
sure it
over
is
the
safe
world believing this,
for,
and
to
then you
bring
get
in
a
a
nutcase
president, to
like
bring in a
this
senator,
person
to
on the
bring in a
roof
governor,
or
to
in a
bring in
crowd,
whomever it may be.
and
It's
somebody goes
an
to
exhausting
Walmart or
amount of
to the
work,
store
and
and not
a
knows
lot
who
of
to the
research
hell
goes
to
into it
look at
beforehand.
or
So,
whatever, because you
Carlina,
got these
we don't know
followers and
the
these
answer to
worshipers
this
of
and
these
whether or not the
YouTube
buildings were
people,
checked. But Tara, do you
which
want to hop in
because it
here?
should not be
Sure,
like
the
that,
campaigns
and then they
generally
get
have
their
people that are
brains
called
blown
advance
out.
men, and they work
That's
with
what
Secret
I'm
Service
fucking
to
talking
be
about,
the advanced
and it
people,
needs to
boots on the ground, that
stop.
kind of thing. And so it's very likely that those surrounding buildings were checked. But think of the volume of people that support Donald Trump, that want to be a part
All
of those
be
rallies.
ashamed of yourself.
It's hard to be able to filter that many people before these kind of campaign events. And then you also have to understand that although he's a
Wrong
former
is
president,
wrong, and I
he's
don't
not the
care if you're
current
the
president. And
president,
so
the
the Secret Service, although
ex-president,
robust,
a
may be scaled up a little
creator,
bit
a
differently
person
because of
that just
that.
come on
So
here to
we
help
just have to hold
somebody.
our
I
breath
don't
and
care
wait and
who
see what
you
the real
are.
protocol was. And even if they followed it to a T, there is just the reality that
Oh,
violence
thank
can find its
you.
way no matter what. And unfortunately, tonight, our former president was at the hands of that.
Again, Tara Newsom joining us here on stream. And Tara, before I let you go, because our next guest is standing by, do you want to offer any final words? You've been our political expert for quite some time here at WFLA, and I just want to give you the last word before we
No,
say farewell on
absolutely
the Zoom call.
not.
I think every one of us is praying for Donald Trump's health, and that this violence can end. And of course,
And
praying
think
for the
about it.
family of
His,
the attendee that
who
passed.
knows, that
But
might
I
have
think the
affected
last
his
word
hearing
for all of
now.
us is that we should
I'm
heed,
sorry, but that's not right.
of course,
You
what I
know,
mentioned before, George Washington, is that country over party, and that we find a way to come together. JB, thank you so much for having
well,
me, and I'll be back on tomorrow morning on the morning show.
You got it. Tara Newsom,
Bye.
appreciate it. All right. Joining here now live in the Stream Center, Carmen Edmonds, Hillsborough County GOP Chair. Carmen, it's nice that you and I have
happy
not met
birthday
before, so
to
it's nice to have
anybody
you
who
here
has
in the
birthdays
Stream
today,
Center.
too.
I wish under better circumstances. Clearly, a terrifying night for Donald Trump and his family. Clearly, a terrifying night for our country. I just want to give you the opportunity here just to react and respond to what we have witnessed here tonight.
I think it's really sad what this has come to as far as our country, just being so divisive that someone would do this to the former president.
And
That
they
shots
had
were
to know
fired
they
at
were
him,
a
that he
really
was
good
hit. I
shot,
just think
because
that
again,
what Tara
it
was
could have
saying at
just
the end
went
is
all
we got to
to
put
those
country
people
over
in the
party.
back.
We
I
need to
mean,
come
my
together. We need to be less
goodness.
divisive. It's okay to have
Horrible.
differences of opinion, but it's never okay to be violent. It's never okay to resort to what happened today. And it's really sad. I think probably those of us on the Republican side probably wondered when something like this was going to happen, just because we see
I missed you too.
how the media has been so one-sided against him, how stuff has happened that is just all out, I think, unfair treatment of the former president. And I think that people have misinformation, and it leads to a lot of people getting riled up over things that are misinformation, and unfortunately it's leading to violence.
What is the top concern tonight for you, your colleagues?
And can you
I mean,
imagine
clearly,
how
as we've been
his
told, Donald
wife
Trump is in good
and
spirits,
his
according to Donald
son
Trump Jr.,
felt?
according to multiple reports. Clearly, as the former president is rushed off the stage, he raises his fist. He says, "Fight." He's able to walk off on under his own power, which is of course good to see. But what is the top concern for you and your colleagues?
Okay, somebody sent this to me. Let me stop
I
this
think
just a minute.
his safety, making sure that he is
Hold
safe,
on.
and it from all reports
I'm just
he
going to
is.
stop that a minute. Or actually, I'm just going to stop it. Actually, I'm just going to stop it. I did hear this on JLR's channel earlier, but somebody sent this to me. And I don't know what time all this happened, but at 2:09 p.m. on the 8th, this is the 13th, 5 days ago, Biden told donors on a private call, now this is 8 days prior to this, that it's time to put Trump in the bullseye. That was 8 days ago. 5 days ago on the 8th at 2:09 p.m. And it got 1.5 million views. I'm just telling the news. I don't know. No, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. No, the wife and child was not there, but I'm saying, can you imagine how their wife and child felt? Yes, that was that was the shooter. Yep. That was the shooter. I think that's pretty sad to make any remarks like that. Yeah, and then, okay, here comes some more. Okay, hold on. In the last hour, okay, it's saying that, yeah, it's saying that the shooter is dead and one one person that was at the rally is also dead. We know that. Man, oh man, oh man. I don't know, man. I don't know what this world is coming to. I just don't know. Let me say something. Oh my God. Oh my God. Sorry, y'all. Okay. All right, let's see what this one says. Hold on. Okay, here. Okay, we're going to watch this video.
Lá em cima, né? Aqui, ó. You can see the guy there. I think they hit him because the guy looks dead. Tá vendo? Lá em cima, né? Aqui, ó. You can see the guy there.
That's where they got the guy on the roof.
I think they hit him because the guy looks dead. Tá vendo? Lá em
So
cima.
he's on the roof.
You can see the guy there.
I guess that's him. I got him on my big TV up there. I get that's who they're saying it is. I mean, that's who they're saying it is. If they verified him, it's kind of hard to tell with him laying down. That's all I can say. I mean, I don't mean to make fun of him, but and if he said he was gonna hold on. I doubt she even knows that's what it was. I hear some of the worst of the worst is messing with the Jennifer Coffendorfer. I don't think they want to go down that road, but okay. Okay. Do they even know who she is and what ties she has? Okay. That's kind of wild, isn't it? Hey, Jude. But yeah, I just think it's pretty sad. And you know, just keep the prayers for him. Hey, Cassie, keep the prayers for the entire country, actually, and Lord only knows what's going to happen next. That's all I know. Like I said, I was sitting there prepared on trying to prepare for what I was going to do later. And give me just a minute. And give me just a minute. But yeah, and I was getting prepared to come on later, and this all happened. It all broke out. So like I said, I just picked up a little bit here and there, and I just felt, to come on here and share with y'all what I knew. And I know others are covering it as well. It is a piece of, or going to be a piece of our history. I mean, we're talking about who was the president of the United States and who is running again for the president of the United States. And, there's no reason why I or anyone else cannot talk about this. So that's exactly what I'm doing. It doesn't matter what you believe, what you say, what you don't agree with. It doesn't matter. This is a free country, and we can talk about whatever we want to talk about. And we should be able to do it with kindness and, this whole world absolutely has gone wild, like Sarah said. And, it needs to stop. It needs to stop. It is a tragedy. That's right, Susie. And it don't need to be like that. It don't need to be like that. I don't know what kind of world or place you live in. Oh, well, some people I do, but that's a whole nother story for another time. We have freedom here, though, and it shouldn't be like that. So there's that. But I'm going to go ahead and get off of here now. And I hope everyone has a good night. And I don't know. I don't know what may break out. I don't know when I'll be back. If it'll be tonight, if it'll be tomorrow. Who knows? Who knows? We never know. I just know I love the real people, the real you. Hey, Lolly. I love you, Lolly. And I'm glad you're safe and got your lights back on, and I hope you're chilling out. Thank you. Thank you to all my mods. Thank you, everybody, for being here and joining me. And just pray. Pray for this whole wide world and our kids. Love you all. See you later. Bye.